Alright, so, right, we just dicked around with the what can you do with the physical piece of tape here? One, two, three, four. Right, we're just jerking around with the physical bit. Okay? For fun, let's do some of the things that we had talked about previously. Let's tear down the tape on each one of these for fun. Do-do, do-do. Tear down the tape. Oh, come here. Why are you being this way? Okay. Come here. I'll fucking stab you. Give it to me. There we go. And then the next one. Do-do-do. Alright. So, notice what we're going to get here. I'm going to go down here and turn this on mute. That's, just blacks this out so that it pretends like there's nothing here. Actually, let's just delete it for fun. We're going to delete all these for fun. And I'll show you about that in a minute. So, I'm going to play from here. And we've torn down the tape. Torn down the tape. Torn down the tape. Torn down the tape. And notice what we get is a video that physically progresses. Tearing down the tape. Pop. Tear down the tape. Pop. Tear down the tape. Pop. So, what we've got here is just an additional kind of effect using the two things we've talked about. So this is the whole screen. This, if we go look at it closely, come here. Yeah, sometimes you have to zoom in. Is part of the smaller part of the screen. Right. Zooming all the way in so that we can see it. Right. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 zoom ins. Zoom ins. Play. Fully zoomed out. Down and pop. Zoom in. Pop. Zoom in. Pop. Zoom in. Do, 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 do. Bang. Right. So 4 zoom ins and some stuff. Use it or don't care. Doesn't matter. But we can start doing everything that we've talked about to every piece of tape that we lay down. And we can space them out if we want to. We can screw with them if we want to. Notice what just happened actually for fun. What is this weird line going on around here? I'll show you. Right here, we've got 2 pieces of tape, but we were zoomed too far out to see it. And we started trying to move this one on top of that one. In Vegas, you can do that, but it's actually just going to make a mess right now. When that starts happening, just assume that you've got stuff on top of stuff. Sometimes it's a good idea to separate things so that you know that there's a distinction. So we'd have, okay, we've got, this is where we want to do our cutting, regular video, effect 1, effect 2, effect 3. Helps you keep mental track of where the fuck your tape is going on, right? Or whatever. So, regular tape, regular video, effect 1, effect 2, effect 3. Mental track. It's like a marker you can see on an art project going on with the art project. Okay, so fun, I guess, whatever. Let's get on to the purpose of this damn video, which I'm not sure what it is yet. Here we are, all zoomed in on, actually, fuck it, let's go over here, where we're not zoomed in on boobs, specifically, and this is incorrect. Let's click on here to make sure we're seeing the same thing. So, this piece of tape, as usual, I'm going to get rid of everything else, delete, and we'll just go here. Alright, so, what all the shit do we need to do? Let's talk about these things. This is off and on. That's all. Copying this to here just so we have 2 things that are playing at the same time that are different. Notice that there's 2 of you here because this is at 50%. It's probably not the best example. I'm dragging in your other video because it's a better example. Two things playing at the same time. S for slice, delete. Okay, so two things playing at the same time. You can see one in the background and one in the foreground. I can just turn this off here. So I can still see what's going on. It's essentially just muting the whole track, the whole video track. An audio track is the same way. Turn it off and turn it on. But this does not affect anything you've done to the track. It's just repressing it. So it's like making the piece of tape transparent completely for just a minute. If you have a bunch of these transparent, in fact, if you had this transparent, it would just go to black. Because now everything is transparent. Right? So that is what that is. You can also click on these, which means everything except that is going to be transparent as well. Those are kind of stupid and confusing, but if you ever get fucked and stuck and you can't figure out why you can't see shit, check these little things. Right? Okay. Here we've got level. That's essentially the same thing as this fade that we did. I highly recommend using the fade instead of the level. This is better for audio because you can see it physically present when you're looking at your tape. This, you tend to lose track of. You can do it. It works just as well. We're at 50% here, and we're at 100% of 50%. I mean, that starts getting confusing. But now we're at 50% of 50%, or 50% of 100%. This is hard to keep track of. I like to just keep it in here by grabbing it and dragging it. I can physically see it's there. I know why that's happening. My tape is behaving this way because I told it to. Instead of my tape behaving this way because I told it to long ago and have completely forgotten about that. There really isn't much over here that you care about until audio. So we will move on to some effects, right? What do we got here? Okay. All this nonsense, these tabs here, they're kind of gay. Don't worry about them. Media generator has text in it. That's important. And video effects. These are the only two you'll ever care about. Media generator, video effects. So with media generator, you've got text. You've already got text that they've set up for you, which is kind of fun, right? You can drag text in that looks like this. Splat. And yeah, you have sample text. Sample text goes on top of you. Or you can drag in this text that they've already prepared for you, and that's on top of that. So if we go from here to here, these are just pieces of tape, right? This is a clear piece of tape with a word smacked on top of it. So you can see through the clear piece of tape except where the word has been smacked on top of it. So this is whatever that tape is called. What is that tape called? Scotch tape. And this is whatever that tape is called. Transparent tape. Notice when we play from here to here, the text goes bling. Yay! Notice how useful that could be. So, for example, let's move hot over here and do sample text. Copy. Yes, yes, please, go ahead. And actually, you know what? Really quick, I want to make these smaller so it plays faster. There we go. Copy. Okay. I'm right-clicking, by the way. Copy. Okay. So, physical property, just like we did down here. Physical property, physical property. Now, for here, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on this. Whoosh. Whoosh. Notice it moves it around, just like it was before. And physical property, click. Row. Row. For fun. Alright, now we're going to play. Just like before, we've got the thing, which zooms in, and then bling zooms in. So you can do the same shit to all these things. So I want to show you the basics of all the physical nonsense. So, okay, backing all the way out for fun. I'm just hitting Control Z. until we get one sample text and hot back here. Come here, hot. There you go. You're so hot. Alright. This looks this way because it has shit stuck to it, right? This is like a really fragmented word processing program. Fragmented, I say, because like all this crap is all over the place instead of just being in one nice clean window. So, but essentially what's going on here is the reason it looks like this is because it has this applied to it, and this is there, and blah blah blah. If we wanted to change it, we would just change it, right? So let's say we want hot blah text, and we want it to space out or space in or whatever. Great, fun, no problem. I don't know what the fuck that does actually. I don't know why I clicked on it. This is for the shadow there, and make it huge or not. Right. So, right. This is just like basic Photoshop shit, but there it is. You can place your text here. By the way, I highly recommend doing it here instead of in this screen. Instead of like playing with the size of your tape, play with it. This is playing with the size of your tape right now because you're focusing in on a specific part size of your tape. Instead, just like focus on the size of your word, right? Or where your word is placed on the tape. Does that make sense? Because this is, you drag to the right, it goes to the right. You drag up, it goes up. Right? This is easier and makes more sense than trying to go all airplane backward like this. Oh, Jesus, what's happening? Right? Alright. So that was placement. Pretty sexy, pretty simple. Edit, same shit. Word processing program. Sorry about that. 120. We want hot to be 28, except it won't be. Shit. Well, usually you have to select over it, but that's all fine. Whatever. Figure it out. It's pretty normal. Right? Make it whatever you want. Blah, blah, blah. Hot. What an ugly font. Jesus Christ. Okay. So that's text, and we're going to delete those really quick and move on to other effects. I'm going to show you the other effects on these here videos, but you can apply them on top of text as well. So I'm going to, actually I'll leave these on, not delete them. I'm going to, ding, make them go away with the mute thingy. Great. Oh, it's actually called mute. I was just making that up. Alright. See you in a sec.